All right, guys. I'm back with the GJ this time. See what's going on GJ. Has been ranging for a while now. Let's start with the higher time frame. I used to look only from like monthly and down, but now I start looking at the 3 month candle chart too. And as you can see, we have a resistance here in the 3 month chart. Right, let's go like this. I want it for exactly at the body of the candles, like that. Down now, put it a little bit smaller because I care about the bodies, not the wicks. As you can see, we have this 3 month candle closed above this zone, right? And this one is still open, has 52 days to go still. But let's go to the lower time frame to see what are they saying about the higher time frame. Let's go to monthly, and as you can see, we have monthly closing back below that zone, right? For me, if any candle, like it's a monthly closing back below, right? For me, I would be looking only for sales at that point. If I was taking sales or buys based on the monthly candle, I mean. But let's go to weekly, see what's going on in weekly. As you can see, we're rejecting that zone very hard. Let's go to this support, right? And to show you an example. So this is a zone here, right? This is a support. As you can see here, we have this candle closing above that zone, right? Above this body. And if you go to daily, we had this rejection in the same spot. It's a body of the weekly support. Go to daily. We have I took a buy from here actually. We have a resistance here. We have a zone support for the weekly. I don't care about this. This one I would be looking for buys after closing above here too. As you can see, we went all the way up and then we came all the way down, closed below. And this point, buys are gone. Like I will be looking only for sales. Retested that zone and it went down. So same scenario here, closed back above, retested and went up. But what's going on in here now? Let's go to this zone in daily, right? As you can see, we have some rejections in there. Let's go back to weekly. Let's do this zone. But remember, the most stronger zone is this one here, up here. Go back there and see. So it's this, not this, not the bottom zone, the top zone, the side of the up, because that's the body of the candles. So back to here. So this one is the weekly. So you can see this one is this, right? As you can see here, weekly closed above that zone where it did reject that, but it closed above that zone. And daily, it's just a mess. We have a resistance here, we have another resistance here, we have another resistance here, we have another here, so it's not clear. But when you look at the weekly, it's clear. It's clear close above, right? But even that, it's the buys are looking a little bit they're looking not good, because look what do we have here, plus this stronger zone. right? What I'm going to be looking for is a break of this zone, a 4-hour closing below this zone, and maybe a retest in the next 4 hours to take sells, right? And my stop would be just above this zone here, right? And I will target this lows, or price can even go all the way down here. So I'm going to give it a chance once price break below this zone here, and we'll wait for a touch to this zone. So in case I take sells here and I have like any like 1 hour closing above this zone, right? I will be closing my sells. I will probably look for buys after that. So this is the zone I'm looking at now. If we are above, looking for buys. If we are below, looking for sells. I actually took sells here, as you can see. Let me show you. Let me fix this. Let me see. Let me show you the body that got broken down, and then I took sells based on what happened here. So before this happened, let me do this. Price was like this. Okay, I went to the weekly. I said, okay, this is the resistance, and I went to 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. I said, okay, 4 hour closed back below, right? And I waited for the next 4 hours to come retest this zone because it's very close. It's easily to come retest. Sometimes it goes all the way up and reject that zone. So I always have my stops above this resistance or support below. So as you can see, he reject that zone and it dropped. Actually took that sells all the way down into this zone here. It was about 50 pips, right? So that's what I mean. This zone is important, but the most important zone is this one here, because you go to monthly, the monthly is rejecting that zone, which is the 3-month candle zone here. So I'm going to be looking for sells below this zone, right? Or buys above this zone. I can give a chance for buys if price does this, break back below and break up above again. I will give a chance for this to buy, because I did it like many times here, and price keeps stopping my runner after taking 50% here, stops getting stopped, and yeah, sometimes it's going and it's not coming back. Like I'm giving that chance, it probably is gonna keep going, but it keeps stopping me. I took another bias here. Let me do this back here, because look to for the body only. As you can see, we had this candle coming back above, right? All the way up, and they had this resistance, this support and resistance, and I took buys here, took buys somewhere around here, and my stops just below this zone, and I was targeting this again, but I took 15 pips. So I took 15 pips somewhere around here. Let me see something. Yeah, I targeted the bodies of this. So 17 pips based on this, right? And my runner got stopped again. So we are above weekly zone, right? But I believe this weekly, if 4 hour close below this zone, is going to be a weekly wick making, like it's going down to make that bottom wick in the weekly and maybe go up again. So I will be waiting for this to close below this and drive it all the way down from here to somewhere here or even down here, 75 pips, right? So that's what I'm going to be looking for on GJ. GJ, it's a mess right there. So I'm just trading best in this weekly now right there, because sometimes it's going to do this, test that, and not coming back again like it did here. It's going to keep going like here, break below, retest it, and keep going all the way down. But here it keeps taking up and down, breaking up, it's ranging. So yeah, let's give that chance for sales, and if we come back above 1 hour, break above again, close above this zone, I'm going to give that chance for buys. Maybe this time it's going to do something like this and keep going and not looking back again, right? So that's what I'm going to be looking for on GJ. And thank you for watching, guys, and take care.